Explain to the viewers like how, because everybody thinks the iBuyer, they think they're getting a good deal because of the way that it's marketed, but it's deceiving. And you did a great job of providing information, and I loved going over this with you. But tell the viewers why the iBuyer is not as good of a deal. It's actually not a good deal at all.
Yeah, so it's all in the way that it's marketed and in the way that it's packaged. So as real estate agents, we spend a good amount of time with people at our listing appointments talking about how we're going to market the home. And then the burning question, there's two of them. Mm-hmm. How much is my house worth and how much is it going to cost to work with you to sell my home?
Right.
So as agents, we're in competition to make that look the best for the client.
Sure.
In all those scenarios. And they make their decision from there. When you have an iBuyer platform walk in under the same circumstances, and a seller said, "Here's, I don't have any fee. It's not going to cost you anything to sell your home, and in fact, I could sell your home tomorrow." Wow.
Seems great.
It seems too good to be true, and let me tell you, it is. right? So they can do it for a little amount of money. And they can do it very quickly. The problem is there's a process that we all have to follow. There's inspections, there's appraisals, there's lots of different milestones along the way. Where a lot of they don't charge a commission, which
sounds great.
The question of the day, and it sounds great. But what they do charge, and it's in the fine print of their contract, is something called a service fee. Mm-hmm. And the service fee is often a lot higher than a traditional real estate commission.
Yeah, so versus like a total 6% all in, they're more like 7 up to what I've heard, 7%.
So we've heard numbers all across the board here, but I've heard many 14, 16, 18%.
Yeah, so you think you're not paying commission, but in fact you're paying these fine print fees that actually exceed what the commission would be.
Yeah.
And to boot, many times they're buying it for below market value. So you're losing in a couple places, right?
Unfortunately, those homes are staying on the market longer. They're not getting the attention that they need in terms of resolving inspection items. So if you have a home using a traditional agent list right down the street that is getting attention on inspection items, those houses are going to sell quicker. So it's a matter of quality too. So topic for another day. But all told, and the handout you have, there's just a scenario for a $300,000 house. You could lose up to $40,000, $50,000 just by using iBuyer, and none of those conversations are happening at the listing appointment with the iBuyer platform versus having a conversation with a real estate agent during the listing appointment. The fees are very upfront and disclosed.
So Michelle, anything else that you think people should know about the iBuyer process or selling that way?
I just think it's important to ask a lot of questions. Definitely ask about the service fee, because I don't think it's something they talk about very much, and it could be, as you see here, it's an eye-opening number.
Yeah, could be up to 14%, much higher than the commission that you would pay a realtor.
So just ask yourself, is listing a home with a little bit of inconvenience of doing the showings and keeping the house tidy and that sort of thing, it might be worth saving in this example that I provided, $45,000. I mean, that's a big deal.
And I would recommend talk to your realtor who will direct you to their lender of their choice, or your lender, hopefully it's us, who would be able to look at your situation, because again, many times we can qualify you to buy before selling. You can get into the new home and then stage the old home and get your full price without having to take a bath on a sale.
We just did that.
We've done that.
Yeah.
We've done that on quite a few homes.
Yeah,
so it can be done. So thanks for joining us, and thank you, Michelle, for coming in. Always great talking with you.